just waiting for you. Do-do, 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 do-do.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah, this is Bob.
What's up, man? It's Victor. How you doing?
Rick, what's going on?
I'm chilling, man. I'm just trying to, stay warm and, get to these warmer days of spring when the cows come through again.
Now, there's a big blow down here in Atlantic City. How hard is it blowing up by you right now? Onshore wind.
It's whipping, man. It's whipping. A lot of people have, even the herring guys, the guys who fish for herring in the bay, even they've called it quits, man. So you're still out there.
I figured you was out there last night. That's why we had to reschedule.
No, just, the whole nor'easter thing came in way too fast and studio had to shut down, but we got it all back together today and here we are. And
it didn't shut down. It was on fire this morning.
What happened?
Okay, maybe I lied a little bit. It was slow, a couple low 40s, one about 47. But, it was only about 8 foot surf. It was a good bite. It was all right. I won't complain.
We got a lot of questions about the 24-hour soak tactic. And we were wondering if you could go into, a little bit more depth about where that tactic came from, if you invented it, if it was passed down to you, how that came about.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I invented it. There was a crew of us out there, but it started in the 70s on Staten Island because of this broad that wouldn't leave me the fuck alone, One of them fatal attraction types. If I was soaking for 24 hours, I knew that was 24 more hours she wouldn't be able to cut out my throat while I slept in her apartment.
And what happened from there? Was that Debbie?
No. She wouldn't do nothing like that. But then I started meeting guys doing the same thing for different reasons. As examples, like Jeff the janitor would go to full 24 because his parole officer was looking for him. Paulie Pringles was always dodging the bookies, shit like that. But then we quickly learned that soaking 24 more hours straight, we was catching more bigger bass than everyone else. We was fishing multiple tide cycles and shit. Nobody could throw a pencil diver for more than 5 hours, but you could chunk forever if you put your mind to it or if your life depends on it.
This is something I've been meaning to ask you, for the past year when I've been, trying to get in touch with you because you're like this crazy enigma on the scene. What's your favorite chunk of the bunker? Because some guys like the tail chunk, some guys go with the head, some guys go with that first piece behind the head and then put the heart and the guts on it. And, what's your favorite piece of the chunk? Does it matter or no?
If you ask me, it really doesn't matter. There's 3 pieces unless you're a cheap fuck. Then you can stretch it to 4. You got the head, the middle, and the ass end. I've had the same results on all of them. As long as you put enough anise on it, it doesn't matter. They'll eat a meatloaf.
Let me ask you, are you sponsored by Annis yet?
McCormick hasn't been returning my calls, and I'm a little upset about that. And I have a good contact in there. At least I thought I had a good contact in there. But it's fallen on. We're working on it. I like to say that we have something locked up, but my legal team has advised me to talk about other things.
All right, last question about anise then. How many gallons of anise do you go through in, let's say, 1 year, 1 season,
An entire year?
You think a whole gallon in a year? Are you spraying that much anise?
A gallon? We're talking, oh Christ, probably an Olympic-sized pool. For a whole season? You only need 2 or 3 drips per chunk normally, but if you're out there on the soak, that adds up pretty quick,
That's crazy, man. You need that sponsorship then.
You know what? That shit ain't getting cheap, especially with inflation. And McCormick, that is not low-end anise we're talking about.
Does the 36-hour soak
fucking mows them down?
Time for it? Would you soak for a whole week straight if you could? What's your longest soak? Let's talk more about this tactic.
Yeah, my longest soak, I would have to say, was probably about 4 days straight. Believe it was during the Merv Griffin Invitational Blitz at 85. That was a long event, and the bite was really good. But at one point, I was numb from my feet to my balls from standing so long, so Dirty Socks Dave had to smack me in the legs with a bucket lid to help me get the feeling back. But these days, I'm too old to sit that long on a soak anymore. Even 24 hours is long for my old ass, you know?
Yeah, so you're trying to mentor any of these Instagram kids and teach them about the 24 hours? Do you not have time for them?
No.
No, they're all about the instant gratification. They don't know what it's like to have to chunk for 38 hours just to get one tap.
Do you?
I do.
What's your longest soak?
My pictures, I've never used the club to promote myself. I'm kind of a ghost myself, you know. But these kids these days, they're plugging away. They're showing off their plug bags. They don't, you know, they don't really respect the soak, man.
No, I preach, brother. Amen. It's disgusting when I go out there and they got more plugs than they do brains being out there in the surf late at night. Like, all that money ain't gonna help you catch no fish. It's experience.
So, do you think if I bought a Van Sal, I would instantly like get better at fishing?
I hope you instantly fall and scratch it on the way out of the parking lot of the tackle shop.
That's how I feel too. What type of rig are you fishing with these days? You still got the Fenwick and everything all set up?
Is there anything else to fish with? You get a 704Z and you get the Fenwick. I mean, that thing's been tens of thousands of pounds of bass on that thing. Like, why would I trade that thing in for nothing?
Speaking of Z, you know Frankie Z from Grumpy's?
No.
Grumpy's Tackle down. Are you still in Jersey? You still fishing by?
Yeah, I'm an AC. I usually go to offshore bait and tackle, but we had a little bit of a falling out the other day. I needed some bunker, and they decided they was going to lock the doors for the blitz. Like, it blows 40 miles an hour in January, and everybody just locks the doors.
Have you seen that before? Or you think it's because of the supply chain?
I think there is a bunker crisis upon us. I've actually had some guys have to go down as far as Florida and get pogies and come back up here and transfer them. But the good news about that is the pennies on the dollar down there as pogies, and when they come back up here, make a killing on them.
What do you think about that name, pogies? I feel like it's a little disrespectful to the chunk.
Well, it's disrespectful to the bunker in general, but like those people down there, they're pretty much the equivalent of cavemen. Like, they just got indoor plumbing this year, so like I can't fault them, you know.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in Florida.
Yeah.
So
send your pogies up here.
There's a lot that probably goes into this 24-hour soak mentally, like not only physically. Like, you know, what's going through Bob's mind when he's waiting for that bite? Like, do you reminisce on nights with other anglers, girls? Like, what goes into that night, like mentally?
Most of the time when I'm sitting out there on a soak that long, I just keep playing old 60s hits in my head on repeat. Like,
what's your favorite from the 60s?
Oh, gosh. I would say probably I'm really fond of Motown myself.
How do you feel about boat anglers who only throw poppers?
Who only throw poppers? Like, I think all boat anglers are fucking mooks, personally. Like, I feel sorry for them. If you need to spend $20,000 and burn that much fossil fuel just to get a chunk or a popper past the bar where the smaller fish live, I mean, your life has to be pretty sad and meaningless in general.
When you see him from the beach, do you feel sorry for him, or does it make you angry? Like, what do you feel more of?
It's what I just said. I mean, I feel sorry for them because, I mean, they ain't even catching the fucking fish on the backside of the bar. Everybody knows all the cows is right in the trough.
What's the biggest cow you ever fought?
Oh, God. Oof, man, now you're bringing me back here. I would have to say, wait, hold on a second. Hold on. Let me reiterate that. The biggest one I ever fought or caught?
Fought and caught. Let's be clear.
Well, the biggest one I fought would probably be the same one that I caught because, you know, you lose some fish now and then, but it's very, very rare. But the biggest one that I ever caught, I would guesstimate it was probably in like the 84 to 86 pound range. And like, there ain't no story to it. I cast out a chunk. The fucking thing ate it 10 feet off the T jetty, and we clubbed it with a piece of rebar. Done.
That was it? Game over?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't some epic Old Man in the Sea Hemingway odyssey. Like, it ate it, we skull dragged it up, and Keith the Cop clubbed it with a piece of rebar.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's
back in
amazing.
the old days, nobody really gave a shit, you know? You didn't pat the guy on the back, you just went out and caught a bigger one. Because he was mad he was going to get more money than you selling it to the Chinese restaurant.
Interesting. So, speaking of anglers getting mad, what's the most legendary fishing beef between two anglers that you've ever witnessed over the years?
Christ. I mean, this one time in the 80s, this kid, Lou Skittles, bought about $100 worth of hand-poured pyramid sinkers off this other Momo we called. I think it's, oh God, this guy was a fucking idiot. His name was Gene the Birthday Clown. They were supposed to be 15 ounces. Well, Lou thought they was coming up a little bit light. So he weighed each one on his Coke scale, and he turned out he was right. Most of them was like 13 and a half, you know. So Lou asked for his money back, and Gene told him to go fuck himself. And a couple days later, Lou murdered Gene's wife, mother, oh God, and his mistress with a stolen 22, and then fled to Wildwood.
How'd he make out down there?
They eventually got him, and he's still in Trenton State to this day, rotting away.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was a different world out there. There was no heart shapes and shit. It was a lead to your skull.
Oh, that's wild, man. That is absolutely wild. So I've seen you've experienced a lot of blitzes. Let's say you could relive one blitz every day for the rest of your life. Which one would it be and why?
If I had to pick one, I'd probably say it would be the Don't Tell Richie blitz of '74, and that was back on Staten Island. You know, for like 60 hours straight, we were sliding 50s and 60s through the wash. You hope the 30s and 40s just shook off, and it was so good, it was just fucking stupid. We was paying local kids in skin rags and cigarettes to tie on new hooks and rebait our line.
And what happened from there? How many guys went home with 40s? How many guys went home with 50s?
We never got enough fingers and toes to count that high. Like, it was a fucking bloodbath.
I hear you. It seems like you got a lot of action in Tottenville, too.
Yeah, Tottenville was great. All the free scrap lead laying on the side of the road up there. It was oh God, that was a good place. I missed it, but it got a little too crowded, and everybody moved in with the laser engraved pencil jigs, and the whole scene changed. That's why I moved down to Jersey.
So I take it you've never been out to Montauk or anything? You ever go out there and soak? You ever go anywhere up north?
No, there was no reason to. There was less people and more fish where we was at in AC.
Yeah.
Like the furthest north I went since I moved back into Jersey, we was fishing the nude beach at Sandy Hook. But before it was a nude beach, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, that's where we hold most of our meetings, at the nude beach in Rockaway.
Really? I know you was that kind of club.
Yeah, Fort Tilden is part of the Gateway, National Gateway Park or whatever, that stretches out to Sandy Hook. So I guess National Gateway, believes in the free the nipple movement.
Yeah, free the nipple. I heard
they're backing it
up there. That's all that's there, schoolies.
Yeah, all they get is schoolies. I know, I've heard that too.
Yeah, it's a shame. But I mean, at least you get to see the nips while you're out there,
Yeah, I mean, you try to look, you keep the chunk soaked and you just hope for the best. But we've had people, and this is no exaggeration. I don't know if you ever experienced this. You've ever had somebody swim over your chunk and get tangled in the line while you were soaking?
I have, but it was just passing moments over the years. Like, we had this one naked broad up there at the nude beach one night. They got all tangled in there with the hair. And Richie said he was going to cut the line and just let her flow down into the rip. And I'm like, nah, pull her back in. She looks like she's harmless. Came in there. We let her cut bunker for us for the next 12 hours. It was a pretty good night. It was slow, a couple 30s, high 30s, but You know, she ran around naked cutting bunk all night, so I guess that's a win. You know.
So much makes you guys the Hugh Hefner of fishing. I mean, you got naked chicks cutting bunker, you know, or porgies, pogies, whatever they want to call them. Have you ever caught a porgy on the chunk? Sea robin?
No.
What's
No
your biggest
porgies.
trash fish on the chunk?
The biggest trash fish? I caught some cow nose rays over at Island State Beach Penitentiary Park or whatever.
What do you think of that place? Should they populate that place or what?
Say what?
Should they let people move into Island Beach State Park or what?
I mean, I don't give a fuck. I don't fish there.
I would upset
There's
a lot
nothing
of
but schoolies and cow nose rays there, so we stopped going there years ago. It's a fucking dump.
Yeah. What do you think of these guys that just catch and release sharks from the surf just for fun?
I mean, what they're doing is honorable. The only thing I don't like is, you know, most of those guys, they use sand spikes, and it really grinds my gears. Like, at heart, what they're doing, their heart is in the right place, you know? They throw a big chunk out there, they catch a nice shark. I mean, don't get me wrong, it ain't got no character, it ain't got no stripes. It's just a giant catfish with fucking teeth fucking milling around down there, pillaging the bottom. But, like, you know, they chunkers at heart, but they just lost the way, I feel like. They just never got accepted into the clique, or somebody beat their ass when they tried to come throw a bunker chunk during a blitz or something.
Something happened there. There's some type of trauma.
Yeah,
for
sure. Like, you don't end up
for
fishing
sure.
for catfish, you know, with sand spikes unless something really bad happened in your life.
Yeah. You're just sitting back on the dunes all alone looking at Instagram. Next thing you know, the sand spike's bent over. Yeah. It would be nice, you know, a choice meteor strike. That'd be really good.
Every
That'd
day
be so excellent. When do you think the next blitz will be? Like, and beyond that question, what do you think of the current state of the striper population? A lot of people want to know what you think.
As far as the where the next blitz is, as soon as we wrap this shit up right now, they're probably blitzing tonight. It's blowing 40 on shore here right now. They're going to be fucking murdering them out here in South Jersey. But as far as the current state of the striper fishery, I mean, it's cool that all the kids on Instagram could go out there and they could all catch the little schoolies and take one picture and then they leave the beach. So people like me and my people, we could stay out there pretty much uninterrupted all night, and, you know, we could really pick at the big ones. You know, it's kind of like what's the name? Oprah show. Everybody gets a schoolie, you know, and it makes all the kids happy, and I guess it keeps them from selling too many drugs. So I mean, I'm in favor for it. The state's perfect for me. I don't know what everybody else's problem is.
Yeah, I hear you. As long as they're not selling too many drugs, you know.
Yeah, no, just light shit, you know.
Yeah, just light.
Everybody's got to make a living, some extra scratch.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, AC
Snow.
Got no problem with kids selling the AC Snow.
That's crazy, man. That's
good.
crazy. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, these kids need to start investing in fishing gear and start forgetting about investing in Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? Like, they think this Bitcoin, Ethereum shit is the future. Yeah, Pikachu, Peekaboo.
Yeah, Peekaboo, whatever the fuck that is.
You know, whatever the fuck it is. They make these investments.
Like they're talking about all these, like, fucking coins. Like, I got one that goes on forever. It's called Bunker Coin. Like,
yeah, Bunker Coin.
Yeah,
I just invested in that. That was you?
And you can convert it to bass.
Dude, the next one, we got to make you know what the next coin is.
Yeah, I'm working with McCormick on it right now.
Yes, you called it. See, you called it. You knew it. Yeah, we got to talk to the guys at McCormick.
I might be old, but I ain't that slow.
These guys at McCormick are messing up, man.
Yet, you motherfucker.
No, I'm not trying to go out to pasture either. I'm looking out at the pastures, and I'm just, you know, I'm trying to chunk, man. You know, I've been chunking for a while, and
he's a good man.
You know, a lot of these guys frown upon the chunk, and it was great to see you, you know, appear on the scene and endorse the chunk and endorse the bait fishing, because, you know, these guys, there's so many elitists on this surf casting scene. You know, these guys, if you don't catch the fish on a John Skinner instructed pencil popper, then I don't know what to tell you, man. You're not legit.
Johnny Skinner?
He was some guy I heard of before. I don't know really who he is.
Oh, Yeah, I thought it might have been a different Johnny Skinner. But, like,
No,
there
no.
is too many elitists on
Not
the
Skinny
scene.
John.
Yeah, not Skinny John. Yeah, Johnny Skinner. But, like, there's a lot of elitists on the scene. It really grinds my gears because they're sending the wrong message to our youth today because they're like, hey, if you aren't wearing $2,000 worth of shit and holding $3,000 worth of shit, that bass that you catch doesn't mean as much as us. And that's why I am here to fight for the common man.
And we totally support it.
That's
We
right.
all need
Chunking
you,
is
man.
a working man's fucking game.
Absolutely. Brooklyn
Can you
Fishing
support
Club
me?
is a working man's fishing club, man. Everybody in this club loves you, man. They're going to be so hyped to hear this interview.
I hope so.
Especially
because
Richie
fucking
from
Debbie's been
Rockfish
in my
Charters.
ear about how much you've been bugging the shit out of her. And she's
Who,
like, oh,
Debbie?
this guy over here, he keeps bugging the shit out of me. I think he wants some. And I'm like,
I've
if
been
he's
trying to
gonna
track
pay,
you
give it
down
to
for a
him.
whole year. I've been trying to track you down for a whole year, man.
I'm a hard man to get
You're
a hold of. I
elusive.
got busy things going on.
I know. You're constantly chunking, bro. That
Yeah, I
24-hour
was just
chunk.
chunking this last weekend with my nephew. You know, I'm out here doing community service. I got boots in the stand.
Let's hear more about that. Like, are you open to sharing your knowledge with up and comers? Like, are you trying
No.
to help the kids that are coming up in the
No.
game, or are you just like,
No.
nah?
No.
They
You
got
don't
to earn
get
their
this old
stripes,
catch-
huh?
Yeah, you don't get this old catch that many fish fucking telling everybody what you do. There's initiation.
So, what type of initiation do you think I should maybe impart on? And this is a very serious question because you pay the fee and you get to be in the club. But I've been thinking more and more about
What?
some type of initiation to actually become a member.
Stamp? Initiation.
Not yet. We're working with
EBT?
Mayor Eric Adams to see if we can do that. But
Oh wow.
man, it's been
That's
a tough
big
transition. We finally discovered De Blasio, and now we got Eric Adams. Hopefully, he's going to help us.
What
I think
I
he
want to
is.
know is if you guys do start accepting EBT, will you guys cover bunker charges on that? Because they tried to tell me
Honestly,
over
I
the
wish we
office-
could.
Yeah, because they told me at the office that bunker doesn't qualify as fresh fish. And that is bullshit, my friend.
I don't know who told you that.
Some fucking halfwit.
We need to write them a letter.
Yeah.
Somebody,
I'm
one
a
of the
busy man.
interns. I'm yelling at the interns right now. One of you guys write them
Will
a
you
letter.
write them a letter for me?
Write them a letter and end it with Bob, and I'll proofread it.
Is
Get
that
out of my
John? Is
sight.
that John, the guy I was talking to before?
No, it's a different guy. This is
What was that
Skinny
guy?
Eric.
That was John, right?
I think so. No, that was
Yeah.
Josh.
Yeah, that dude told me he ain't never caught a bass. Can you believe that? You're working with that guy?
No, but you know what he can do? He can record stuff from anywhere on the planet.
He can record
And
from
that's
anywhere, huh?
Anywhere,
so I have a
anywhere.
business
This guy's a
proposition
genius.
for him.
We wouldn't even have a show if it wasn't for this guy. This guy emailed me, told me to create a podcast. I made it. And now here we are, episode 31, Bob the Garbage Man. And we're out here, man. Middle of winter.
I know.
Everybody's
I'm
going
trying to be out
hear
in the
this.
fucking surf here shortly.
So you're going to get out there tonight.
What kind of fucking question is that? Of course, I was blowing 40.
I mean, is there ever a time when you're not out there? Like
Typically,
when does it end? Does it ever end? Like, when do you call off a soak? Like, when are you like, all right, enough is enough. I gotta go. I got my 30. I got my 40. I gotta go back and get ready for work.
You can't judge a man by individual soaks. I judge it by a season. And my season typically starts January 1 and comes to an end December 31. That's my normal year.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you ain't doing no good, playing with the karaoke machine, talking to people. There's bass out there. There's always fucking bass out there.
oh, I know.
That's
Tell me
advice
about
I
it.
can give to anybody.
So you've never thrown a popper, a swim shad, a swim bait,
Never.
chunks for life.
Yeah, don't insult me like this. You asked me to come
It
on.
was just, I just want to clarify it. I'm just clarifying it.
I have clarified this for millennia.
Okay. That's all I need to hear.
I am a man of integrity.
Soaking for years, game over. That's it. Not even an eel, not even a bloodworm. Don't even say the word bloodworm, right?
Let me tell you something. Anybody who is as sick and twisted of a fuck to put a live eel on the line and throw it out there, you should be institutionalized.
Little weird, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a live creature out there trying to make its way. You're going to dangle it out there for its last moments of potential life for a bluefish to come chop it in half slowly. Like, at least it chunked. I mean, I use humanely farmed bunker.
Intriguing.
I know.
Where do you usually get it from? Just that one place where you had a falling out? You never got it from a guy on the beach, like a fresh, like, snag bunker? You never snagged a bunker yourself? Or you snagging bunker out there when you get the chance? Like, you know?
No, I don't go around with snag hooks. I pay taxes. That's why I could go buy it where I want to. I have so many sources, but I can't even give out the names anymore because after the bunker famine of 2021 this past year, this shit is a commodity now. Bobby is back on top.
What happened with that bunker famine? I thought we were bouncing back. I thought it was coming back.
I thought yours was part of it. Like, the bunker ain't bouncing back. After all the mooks here in Jersey was fishing that bunker blitz for the last 2.5 months through winter here. For schoolies, you know how many chunks you waste on little tiny schoolies? And the next thing you know, you can't get any good bunker anywhere. So they're starting to drive out of state to pull bunker up here. I had to go to some of my secondary sources. And the only thing I could pray for is the rats don't blitz like this so the Instagrammers could get out there and do what they did to our fucking bunker population again. Disgusting what happened this year. And it's not just inflation.
What else do you think it is?
That was it.
It's got to be a lot of social media. Like, we got a lot of social media heroes out here, you know? Everybody wants. Everybody thinks they're the big dog.
Yeah. This is what happens when they make so many remakes of superhero movies every year. Everybody's a hero in their own way, shape, and form. It's pathetic.
I just wish I would remake Aquaman already. But
I don't even know what that is. I wish they'd make Bunker Man. That's about it. Striper Man.
It was from that show Entourage.
The only reason I'm on social media is for the money. That's it. Plain and simple. I'm here for money.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
no, it's the American dream.
Where can we get your stickers? Let's plug the shop real quick. Where can we get some of these chunk stickers? You can get them right through me. I'm going to send them out personally. I have Debbie working as a secretary. Just come right to the Bob Instaface account and write me a message saying, I want your fucking stickers. Give me your money. I want your stickers. Okay. Everybody got that?
I like to be upfront about everything. I got nothing to hide.
No, it's very cool. I am too, you know. So what are you thinking?
Hold on. Stop there, Rick. For a second, I got some new stickers coming out this week. It's gonna blow your socks clean off your feet, and I think you're gonna be particularly fond of this one.
I think you sent me a picture of one of them.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got a sneak peek. That's right.
Earlier this week,
coming out. The merch.
Yeah, I got the merch. I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready to rock this.
I'm gonna have to send you out a package.
Let's do this. 2022. I got to ask you, and this doesn't even have to be on the record, man. Were you in that? I saw you posted a clip on your Instagram page. Speaking of Instagram, and it seemed like it was a clip from that old DVD, Gotham Fishtails. You remember that DVD?
Oh yeah. That was what's his name? Freddie the Flounder Pounder.
That was the guy on that bridge, right?
Oh, fucking legend.
I knew it was from that documentary. It was from that documentary, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I knew him. He was a good guy. He used to
that's a great documentary.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was good. There's some okay. There was a couple chunkers in there that I knew, but Freddie, he used to be a chunker, and he for some reason he got hooked on the flatfish, and he was kind of dead to all of us. He abandoned everything, but I mean, he stood up on that bridge. He fucking wore him out, you know.
He was the flounder pounder, huh?
Yeah, Freddie's flounder pounder.
Yeah, we came up with a new name for flounder this year. We're calling them meat carpets. One of the guys in the club came up with that, meat carpet. So
I'm more into meat curtains myself.
Yeah, meat curtains, we're trying to trim them back, you know. We're trying to scale back there, but we're also into meat carpets, so we're letting them spread out all over the place.
Yeah, I don't care if it looks
you know.
Yeah. I mean, all natural's all right. I don't care if my roast beef sandwich from Arby's rolled around on the floor for a while,
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let it get get grilled.
Yeah, just pick up whatever hairs around and just call it a fucking day.
Yeah, just roll it in, throw some cheese on it, and call it a fucking day. And that's all
that horsey sauce is nice.
So when you're finishing like a 36, 48-hour soak, where are you going to eat? You got a spot? You got any spots down there? Secret spots? No, I'm not talking McDonald's.
Funyuns most of the time, honestly.
Funyuns, a lot of Funyuns.
Yeah.
Funyuns, what else?
I like Funyuns, and sometimes if I really feel like splurging, I'm getting a little fancy, I'll get some pizza Lunchables.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Do you like pizza Lunchables?
Yeah. I've liked it since I was a kid. I could house like 2
which
boxes
one? You like the cheese
right
or the pepperoni?
You obviously got to have the one with both, man. Obviously the pepperoni.
Yeah.
Comes with
Do you
the
remember when
cheese.
they changed the pepperonis in them, though?
That was about the same time. Remember that when they used to have those fruit snacks, the great white sharks in them? And it was like shark snacks. Remember those? They got rid of shark snacks around that same time. Nah, I used to live off shark snacks as a kid. That's all my mom would give me. I ate shark snacks.
I just remember when they changed the pepperonis. I was very, very upset about that.
I'm still traumatized. That's why I'm trying to change the subject.
Yeah, do you remember? Do you remember when they used to?
No, I do.
No. Hold on. When you used to buy the Lunchables with the good pepperonis, when they would give you the little stick to smear the sauce around on there.
Oh, those were the days.
Yeah, they were. I guess the stupid kids used to just choke on them.
And nowadays, so now you can't give kids sharp objects,
and it makes a fucking mess. It's disgusting. Like, bring the sticks back. Bring the sticks back in the Lunchables.
What do you think of the state of the education system in America right now? Like, what do you think's going on with the kids right now? You think these kids should be learning more about fishing and bunker? Or you think they should be
I would hope not, but like, I dropped out of school in the 6th grade to shag bunker. So like, this is not something close to my heart.
6th grade?
Like, what?
Wow. You dropped out in the 6th grade to hit the bunker pods?
I mean, if you're going to dedicate your life to the soak, you need to go all in. Like, if you think you're going to have a family, a future, a college education, throw all those dreams away if you want to make it on this team.
So you can't soak and get a diploma out here.
The only diploma you're going to get out here is some fifth if you start fucking with people's spots.
What do you think of guys that spot burn on the internet?
God, fuck. Guys who spot burn on the internet. Do you know any examples of this? Names? You got a name drop here?
I'm not name dropping anybody except I can't do it. Bob, I got death threats. I got all types of people want to kill me, man. I can't name drop anybody else.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the club. It only gets easier. As long as you carry a little shiv on you, it you stab a couple of people, it works out. But
yeah, I got this nice machete. It's like a 2.5 footer from Walmart that I got. This thing is sharp, man. I'm just waiting for somebody to roll up on me on the chunk, man.
Yeah, the spot burners is like, there's scum of the earth, there's jet fan, and then there's spot burners. And they are the lowest form. If there was a nuclear blast tomorrow, the only 2 things that would survive probably are cockroaches and dudes who burn spots on the internet.
Have you seen a lot of beefs develop from spot burning?
Not for me, because everybody in my circle that we run with, we're so tight-lipped, it doesn't even matter anymore. You might even see me or one of my people fishing somewhere, and you might think you're close, but you might not be. Like, it doesn't matter where you see me. It doesn't matter when you see me. It just depends if you could wait me out long enough.
Got you. If you could watch long enough. Pretty much.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. All these kids, they want to be home after an hour whacking their putt in their mom's room. Nowadays, these mooks come out. Nowadays, these mooks come out. They catch one rat, get the picture for Instabook, and go home. I mean, every once in a blue moon, every once in a blue moon, some of them end up in spots I want to fish because of the internet, but it's rare. And when they do, I just sit back and read a Hustler until they get the dink on the rubber perch and leave. Maybe I lose like 45 minutes of a 15-hour soak. It's really not a big deal to me,
Especially if they're weeding through the rats, Let them.
Yeah, no, they're just sending out the shit that I don't got to cut off, like.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I ain't
No,
there.
I,
I'm there.
I, I hear you.
Yeah, if I get a bite from something I think's under 25, I just try to shake it off. It's not worth the time. Well, you got to maximize efficiency on the sand.
And you're maxed out with your drag, right? Like you're not giving them anything, right?
What is drag?
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Yeah, exactly.
Just want to confirm that as well. Just want to confirm that as well. There is no such thing as drag.
Yeah, all you do, anything you hook, I don't give a fuck what it is, how big it is, how small you think your tackle is, what species it is, how stupid it is. You lock your shit down and you fucking skull drag it to the beach. This isn't sports
skull
fishing.
Drag.
This is catching fucking fish. You need to try it because you're going to maximize your output. I swear to Christ.
Yeah, you know, I've caught a few bass off the chunk off the beach, but nothing like the legend you've achieved over these past few years, man. I mean, have you noticed that since you've been more involved?
I've been pounding sand for 60 years out here.
No, I'm talking about this Instagram wave, right? Like this.
I mean,
this
like
social media thing has been really popping off over the past couple, 2 3 years, and you've gained an entire following, very quickly, very, very quickly because of all the work you put in behind the scenes. And I think that's what a lot of the people on Instagram, people on social media don't see about Bob or Garbageman is that, you're posting these videos and all this stuff on Instagram now, but you put in the work over decades, right? I mean,
listen, if a regular guy works a 10-hour day, I work a 20-hour day. That's how you get anywhere in life. I got boots on the ground at all times. If anybody knew what a day in the life of Bob consisted of, it would melt your little mind. The amount of shit I got to deal with, the amount of ground I track, and everything I do out there is mind over matter. I'm falling apart out here. But, if you really want something bad enough, you could go out and get it yourself. Because I'll tell you who's not going to give it to you. It's fucking me. This isn't a handout fucking line at the Salvation Army for Thanksgiving. I ain't giving you shit. You could give me the money, but that's where this stops,
I hear you. Especially after you've been through, like 48 freaking blitzes in a few years. You've got your sticker all the way down to Florida. I saw that on your Instagram the other day. It's only a matter of time before you're out in Europe. I think this whole thing is going to blow up, man. I'm loving it. I'm loving the Bob the Garbageman movement.
I'd love to blow them up. Like I can't.
Listen,
I want to be.
I don't endorse that many people.
Yeah.
All right. I've been. This podcast has been around for a few years. This is only the 31st episode in, I think, 3 years. I don't know how long. So it's not everybody that I'm going to say is going to blow up, but you're on the trajectory, man, and everybody in the Northeast is going to tune into this. And I know I'm going to get even more haters, which I can't wait for, I just have to, I know.
Tell Bob said, fuck them.
That's the quote we're actually going to put on our website.
That's fine.
This interview is over.
Yeah, that's fine. I give you my full endorsement. And since
how do you deal with all these haters?
The what?
How do you deal with all these haters, man? Because I know you got them too.
Or I fuck their mother.
Yeah.
That's it. It's very simple. It's very effective, believe it or not. But since I gave you such a ringing endorsement, you gave me such a ringing endorsement. Does this come with financial restitution?
Sure.
Excellent.
Whatever you need, man. And honestly, we'd love to if we could talk off air after this. I have an offer for you to do multiple things with us for money. So, we love what you're doing, man. You're killing it.
Did you say money?
Yeah, we got you.
Wow. You have my attention.
No, I've never given anybody money for anything really in this fishing shit, and I've been doing.
Fishing. I was going to say, I know you, Rick. I know you.
Yeah, that's what they know me as, Rick. Rick the.
Yeah, baby.
Anyway.
Now we're talking. They call me the Larry Flynn of the Soak.
They call me the Larry David of the Soak, baby.
No, Larry Flynn. He's way fucking filthier.
Oh, Larry Flint. I thought I misheard you.
Yeah, no.
Larry Flint. Is he still kicking? Is that spot still open? Oh, no. He got clipped? They clipped him?
Yeah,
There was
R.I.P.
the good ones.
Oh, and I want to say
R.I.P. to Larry
Bob
Flint.
Seger. It was a
Bob
very sad
Seger.
week. Bob Seger passed away.
We actually did have a really sad week. We lost a really big guy from the urban fishing community, a pioneer from France. On a real note, shout out to Fred Meissner, RIP. You know, this guy pioneered urban fishing across the world, and nobody would give a shit about urban fishing or fishing on the street or fishing anywhere where there's a city if it wasn't for this guy.
God bless.
Shout out to Fred.
Amen.
Tough week, man. A lot of losses in 1 week. We lost Bob Seger, Betty Saget, you know, a lot of people. And, you know, a lot of them don't even know about the 24-hour soak, and that's the sad part.
But that's why we're here in 2022. This is the official Chinese year, the soak. I read it in the solar system.
That's true. That's true. I saw that in my sign,
It is
too.
true, yeah. It was on
reader.
Dateline, actually.
Dateline, I saw that, too, with Brian Gumbel.
Yeah, I think.
No.
Is he still alive? Did we lose him this week, too?
We lost a lot of people this week. I've got to go back and tally it up. It's been a rough week, but we still got you.
Brian Gumbel.
You're a national treasure, you know. You got Bob the Garbage Man holding it down. And we're looking forward to more content from you. And thank you for calling into our podcast, man. Yeah, I know it's been tough, right? You have no idea how nervous I've been to ask you about how to pronounce anise. I didn't know if it was anus or anise.
No,
it was tough. I had to call my research executives.
Okay. A lot of people call it anus. When I go looking for anus, it's a totally different thing.
It's a totally different ball game, right? It's like a whole different type of night. Yeah.
You still use Sambuca, but it's a little different, you know?
Yeah, you might not always hit the back, but you always scrape the sides, right? You know?
Yeah. But anyway, I gotta go.
This isn't live, by the way, Bob. We're gonna, you know, this we can say whatever the fuck we want. We're not gonna let all this go to the people. So if I'm joking about anise, you know, don't worry. This is gonna come out. It's gonna be beautiful.
You can put anything you want out there, my friend.
I know. I got to worry about the brand, though. I got kids involved in this shit. I can't be making too many jokes about where to find anus.
You might as well this on fire.
No, this is great. This is really great. If we could come up with some type of deal where I could throw you a little money to come on the podcast every few episodes, and we could just have a call, you know, not even this long, like 15 minutes, something like that.
We could talk. We could talk about something later on. I could get you later in the week or on the Instabook or something like that.
Yeah. What do I got to do to get followed back by Bob the Garbage Man on Instagram, man? Huh? It's tough. It's tough out here for a New York guy.
Debbie won't leave me the fuck alone. If you stop beating up Debbie, I'll fucking follow you.
All right. Debbie's out of the picture. That's it.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you again. All right. We'll leave her alone. I won't post her number to anybody's page or any forums or anything.
Yeah, unless there's money involved, because she does that still.
All right, cool. I will make a sticker for her too. We're gonna make one for her too.
There we go. Now we're talking.
I got some good ideas. I think this is the.
I'm ready to listen when there's
2022
money.
Is the year of the chunk, baby. That's it.
The year the Chinese year, the soak is here.
The soak is here. The soak is here. Praise be to Bob 316. All hail and worship. Bob, thank you for calling.
We might open a portal to hell on the sand.
I'll be there for it.
Excellent. That's the
other
kind
side
of guy
waiting for you.
Good guy.
Good talking to you, Bob. Thanks for everything tonight, man.
No problem. I'll be in touch, Rick. Thank you.
If you'd like to receive info on the Brooklyn Fishing Club, sign up for our free newsletter. It goes out every Tuesday at 2 p.m. You can visit brooklynfishingclub.com and click on the button that says newsletter, or just shoot us a direct message on Instagram at Brooklyn Fishing Club.